This is the New York Stock Exchange, and we are talking about quantitative trading. Joining me now is Dr. Walter Tonetto of Prosper Token. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here.
Why is this a profitable business?
Well, quantitative trading, as most people know that are aware of quants, and the significance of quants is everything is now works with artificial intelligence. It's into the movement of basically autonomous trading, of bringing greater dependability into the trading process. We know that the best traders, of course, are human beings, and with that come all manner of errors, or at least the possibility to make mistakes. Because even the greatest trader is going to have a bad day. Like my stomach is feeling really crook, so I would have a bad day trading today. Now, of course, with quantitative trading, we can use bots. And we at Prosper Token use, of course, super duper algorithms for that. And so we make that, the whole buying and trading experience, we make that effortless, and we make that very profitable. So to give you kind of a little idea of how this works is, at the start of the day, we look for one particular trading modality. There's different trading modalities. We look at 300 different exchanges, and we place 0.01 BTC with each exchange to kind of get the watermark to find out, how's the movement of money, of trading activity and so on. And that gives us a lot of course, information. And out of that, we then, with our bots, make certain commitments. Yeah, buying commitments.
So why you choose crypto instead of traditional financial items as your trading targets?
Well, crypto is very interesting because it's not over-regulated yet. With most other stuff, most other commodities, it's like everything. Of course, the government gets into its crosshairs is something that's going to be courted and halved and, thrown onto the refuse heap in the end. So the beautiful thing about crypto it's still the wild, wild west, both in a positive and in a negative way. But it allows really to break open some of these asset classes in very creative ways. Typically, you have on most commodities all kinds of caps. And then if those caps are exceeded, there's kind of immediately some allegation of misconduct or worse. And you don't have this yet with the crypto stream. So
Do you think a decentralized platform is necessarily safer than a centralized one?
Well, I think generally we don't fully understand what we mean actually by centralized and decentralized. In the end is we're dealing with centralized exchanges. Yeah, and so it means there's a certain, it gives more trust, more predictability, there's more safety in that. There is some movement now towards decentralized exchanges, but most of the, I think 5,000 odd exchanges that we have at the moment are centralized. And I think that's a really, really good process to be at this point in time.
So what do you think are the comparative advantages of Prosper Token compared to other quantitative trading wallets?
Okay, now generally, as one might sensibly suppose, that there's a generic element in this that other competitors will also have, but there's a human advantage that Prosper Token has. So in other words, there's always, both by automated processes and by human intervention, if something is a little bit aberrant in the sense that if I sent money to the wrong wallet address, for instance, both at the machine level and at the human level, Prosper Token is going to look after you to make sure you get the money back, or in some way that's kind of your error is remedied by us. And so that gives you kind of probably a good sense of, that things will work out. Because that's the thing I think most people in the crypto space have, this kind of feeling of awkwardness. And we know, some of the biggest names have that feeling of, well, what happens if I get the numbers wrong? I send to the wrong address, make a whole boo-boo and I lose my fortune, yeah? So that's not going to happen with us.
So why Prosper Token issues its own platform token?
Yes. Well, it's number one to contradistinguish ourselves from others, and then we have a whole slew of benefits that we give to kind of an ecology. I mean, basically everybody can create his own ecosystem with us. In other words, there's an extensibility into kind of payment modalities that you, as a customer, as a client, can opt for. And we have actually an app coming out very, very soon, and people will, I think, be very surprised at some of the wonderful features we're bringing to bear.
Walter Tonetto, CEO of Prosper Token, thank you so much for joining us here at the New York Stock Exchange, and thank you for watching.